All right, this is the watch list video for Friday, December 11th. Here's the daily chart of this buy. We had a gap down today, but ended up closing above its open. Altogether, a fairly narrow range on the day. A few of the highlights from the chat room today, for those that didn't make it, you know what, I got after hour. I got extended hours on here. Let's get that off. Really nice call. I think it's pronounced Allen, A-L-A-I-N, which I've never seen that spelling before, so I apologize if I'm mispronouncing the name. But just right here through the half, right? So it looked about like that when he called it. So he had the earlier high. I mean, the thing was just super strong, right? It ripped, pulled back, and this high right here was 558. He called a second mouse through 550 right there, and look, never underwater, and it just rips to over 750. That was a great call. HCAC was a call by Wayne early on through 20, and it absolutely ripped without looking back. You know, we love those inflection points. When they work right, you never underwater in the trade, and that's a big part of our trading system. NNOX, I said over the microphone, and people probably thought I was silly when I said it, because I think it looked about like this. I said, guys, in case I'm not around in the afternoon or I don't see it coming, I want all of us to be watching. I like this one over the high of day, NNOX, which was already on bounce watch, and then we had the gap down and a pop and then a flag. So, and it had topped out at a half number, 44.50 right there. So my idea was anytime today over 44.50, and look what happens right there, and it just takes off again. Another one just worked right away, and actually exceeded expectations, went up like $5. So a really, really nice one there too. There's a few highlights from chat, and real quick, I'm going to go into what we're watching for tomorrow. Remember, when you watch the videos, I'm a day trader, right? I'm just looking for stuff that could give me a trade intraday tomorrow. I'm in cash every night. STPK had a big rip back here, and then today kind of a secondary rip. I actually was kind of interested in this through 17 in after hours. You know, when they top out like this and they close strong. And man, I sat there and watched it go almost to 18. I didn't get the trade, but anyway, long story short, this is on watch tomorrow. It may be gapping up tomorrow. We'll see. I don't know if it's going to hold the after hours move. Let me pan out a little bit here. VERU, already talked about the call in chat today. Closing well off its highs though, but massive volume, so we're going to keep it on watch. RVP, pretty nice volume today and a pretty strong close. I mean, closing off of its highs, but this is a syringe play, to the best of my knowledge. I think their company actually has good numbers too, and with, I don't know, 1 billion vaccines or whatever getting ready to be handed out, or however you want to word it, this certainly is in play, this stock. So a really nice rip today. We're going to keep our eyes on that one. QS had the gap up yesterday. Kind of had that kind of crazy, what does Wayne call that? I'll take today's candle. Wayne called that like a Darth Maul candle, right? So then it gapped down today, but closed above yesterday's close. So this thing's holding up really, really well. I really want to keep my eyes on this one. NETE. I mean, this has been known. If you're a trader, you already knew about this, right? That they are in the EV space. They have a subsidiary, or one, they have some kind of, they're into one company that they own or have invested in, is an electric car company. I don't know if they're actually producing them yet, right? But that's been known for a while. It's just not where they're producing them right now, like an AYRO or an FUV or a NEO or something like that, right? But somehow there was a headline today letting the world know they're in the EV space, which they have been. It's kind of one of those things that's known, but maybe a lot of people didn't know it. And I think that's the reason for this rip. But what you'll notice is back here in September, this thing hit 1575. Then in November, it hit 15, actually 1497. And then today, a strong move too, but another lower high at 1460. So if this takes out 1460 tomorrow, then you got 1, 2 potential catalysts stacked above. You hear me talk about stacked catalysts? There's a scenario. So we're going to watch NETE. PHIO, I'm not sure if this had news, but it's kind of a big volume breakout for this stock, breaking above, I don't know, 3 or 4 months worth of trading. So we're going to keep our eyes on it tomorrow, but I kind of think that might have just been a Discord room pump, and those rarely hold up. But anyway, I'll have it on a chart. BIOC, kind of an interesting chart here. You had this pop, excuse me, in early November to 635, and then today topped out at 615. If it takes out that tomorrow, maybe it takes out this high, so you kind of have stacked catalyst there. DOCU, actually did put in a green candle today, but closed well off its highs. But let's see if if today was kind of the near-term low. It had earnings back here, which actually the earnings sounded good, and it's been selling off ever since. So maybe it's up from here. It goes on long watch tomorrow, only with a proper intraday setup. THCB, a little bit weird, right? Because you had this big rip, then a huge gap down, and then but an inside candle today that actually closed, nicely above its open. So to me, this is still a bullish chart. FUV, I like the pop back here, then the inside day, and then today gap down, but a strong close. So that one's still in play, in my opinion. FSLY, really strong move back here. Actually, a strong move here. Looked like it was going to round trip, then another rip, then lower volume inside day, and then curling right back up, right? So this thing's really showing some strength. I really like this for a potential long tomorrow. Couple more. RMG. Closed at 2091. This is another one I was watching in after hours, and it ended up ripping. I had news, so it ended up ripping, and I wasn't able to catch where I wanted to catch it. But anyway, 2091 is where it closed. As I'm talking right now, it's trading at 2320. So potential gap up tomorrow. We'll see if that still holds true. And then speaking of gaps, VT is trading at 380. Right now in after hours, and actually was up over 4 a little bit ago. So that one, another potential gapper. You know what? There's plenty to watch. Let's keep the teamwork going in chat. Everyone's been fantastic. Okay, almost everyone's been fantastic. And let's make sure we don't do any virtual glares at each other. Sorry, that was an inside joke. All right, I'm done babbling. See you guys in chat tomorrow.